Hi, and happy Thrifty Thursday, everybody. Last week, I made a quick trip to my favorite thrift shop just in passing. I was in the area and thought I would drop in, and I'm so glad that I did. Even with a limited amount of time, you can find some really cool, fun treasures. So I will show you what I got that day. I also have a couple more things to show you from HobLob and a couple of other online orders that I did. The first thing that I found at the thrift shop, and I've seen these there several times but passed them up until today or that day. These are just a set of note cards that say "From California with Love," and they're pretty thin. They feel kind of like resume paper, but they're, I guess you could call them vintage, 1982 maybe. And then they have red envelopes, so I thought they were pretty unique. I don't know what kind of bird that is. I don't know what the state bird of California is or why this bird is on it, but I thought it was cute. So those will be fun to tuck in journals. And another one of the items on my hope to find one day list were postalettes. Well, I found the current version of them called Just a Notes, and it is not a complete set, but maybe it is. I don't know, because none of the stickers are missing. But I thought these were so adorable. It's just a little all over farm scene or covered bridge and water wheel. Looks very springy. So I got a set of those. And of course, these are great for tucking in journals, but I watched a video recently. I cannot remember who it was. I wish I could remember who it was, but they made a journal out of one of these. It was just one of the little trifold journals, like a mini journal, and I am definitely going to try that with these because these are adorable. And I think she charged me, this didn't have a price, I think she charged me 25 cents. I am serious, you guys. So I am super thrilled to find these. It doesn't say what year they are. I'm guessing 80s. But I love Current. My mom and my aunt have ordered from Current since I was little. I still order our checks. I know most people don't write checks anymore, but I do sometimes. And of course, when you need to mail a bill, that's the best way to pay it. So I love Current's checks, and I also order birthday cards from them. So I'm so glad they're still in business. I found this. This was just sitting in the stationery box, and she did not know how much to charge me for this, so I think she charged me 25 cents as well. But it's just sales order slips, and then they've got the little duplicate form also, and they're not old, 2014, but you know, just more little fun pages to tuck in your journals for writing space. And then I went over to the sewing box. They have everything semi-organized by area, and so there's a shelf with a bunch of boxes with sewing items, and I think they must have cleared out the home lately of a lady who is a quilter, because I think all of this stuff came in at the same time, and there was a lot of quilting scraps. The little quilting hexagons that I showed you a while back, I think it came from the same person. So these are just 5 more of the rickracs that are in there. I don't want to buy them all. I don't want to hoard them for any other people coming through, but I picked my 5 favorite colors of that day and threw these in the cart. And then I got this random grab bag. It was $1. I got it mainly for the little plastic paper clips that I like to use in my 80s journals. But I don't even know what all is in here. It looks like a picture, one of those picture frames, the little heart, and then the little round ones that you would put a small cross stitch in. And there's some buttons, and I don't even know what this is. Salem Frames, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. It's close to where I used to live, but I don't know what it is. And then this is a Stouffer Hotels shower cap. So it looks like it's just from somebody's junk drawer, which is neat. That looks like one of those, it's a wooden bead, or maybe one of those things that you see on the end of a curtain pull or a blind pull. I always look at this thrift store for vintage sheets, and they had, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shake. They had this beautiful retro 60s twin flat sheet for $3, which I thought was a great deal. So I grabbed it, and I'm going to use this as covers for journals for sure. This is Canon Monticello. No iron muslin. I love these sheets. I have found a few for my daughter's bed. She has a full-size bed. Not this pattern, but the no iron muslin, and they are amazing compared to what they make now. I feel like I have to iron sheets now for them to look good on the bed, and I hate that. So I wish they would go back to making it with this material. And who has time to iron sheets? I mean, my grandma used to, and I commend her for it, but there's other things higher on my priority list. Okay, so I found 2 of these still in a package. I don't know what, this is obviously not the Hallmark Cards brand. Makers of the famous Drape a Shade. So this is the style Copenhagen, probably because it's sort of a Danish style floral print. And these, I think it's just a valance, and it's for one of those wide rods. So I bought it because it was a good price, but also, you know, I thought I might use it as a journal. But the more I look at them, the more I love them, and I'm trying to figure out what I can take down in my house to allow me to hang these curtains up instead. I don't know. I may just hold on to them, and if I ever redo a room, or if I ever turn one of our rooms into a dedicated craft room, I think these would be so cheery. The funny thing and the weird thing is, some of these, obviously this one has been opened because this is not what's inside. Unless, right here it says matching valance. So maybe this is just the generic thing they put on their packaging, and maybe it did have a matching bedspread at some time. And then this is the last piece, which would be the matching valance. I don't know. But the other, okay, so I said I bought 2. I did. I bought those 2. And then when my husband was out later, I ended up having buyer's regret. And I said, would you please go buy the other 2? So he did. There were 4 total. So I have all 4. Probably enough for 2 windows. And yeah, let me know what you think of these. I think they're adorable. So I was super excited about that. I also forgot to mention that day everything with a red tag was 25% off, so I paid less than $3 a piece for them. Then I had to run to Hobby Lobby to get some beads, because for our church retreat we had 4 different teams that had 4 different colors, and so my daughter and I wanted to make bracelets with the colors that represented the certain teams. So we had to buy beads because we didn't have the color we needed. So of course I had to walk down the paper aisle. You know how that is. You just have, oh, oops, I'm on the paper aisle. And my kids were like, oh, Mom. But I found they had marked a bunch of the Paper Studio items down, way down. And so I found flat cards and envelopes here in plain white for $2.49. And then I found a set of 50 cards with designs on them, and these have gold foil. Gorgeous, for $3.24, normally $12.99. So you cannot beat this at all. And I thought these would be the perfect background for collaging on top of. Not just to use to send to someone, but of course in junk journals. But wouldn't like a retro pattern model, like fashion model, look cool on this one? And some of them, that looks kind of farmhousey. Some of them look like they're meant for Like this one looks like it wants you to write calligraphy on it or something. But you could easily just put some sort of bird or other image here in the middle. Yes, I was excited about those. And then I had to order some supplies for our homeschool year. Of course, my kids are both in high school now, and so I don't get to order the fun stuff anymore. I always joke about that, but you know, the days of construction paper and tempera paint and just fun little science things, those are gone, and I miss those days. But you know what? I enjoy the days we're in as well. But when I order from this company, it's called Rainbow Resource. It's a Christian-owned school supply retailer online. I think they're based out of Minnesota, or yeah, somewhere in the Midwest, upper Midwest. So I always look to see if there's anything I can use in junk journaling, and there was. I normally print out my handwriting sheets to go in my journals. I found a printable that's just perfect. It's the pink and blue, but because for the most part I don't really like the ones that are the really thin, kind of grungy brown looking recycled newsprint. Well, this brand, their paper is a little more white and a little bit thicker than newsprint. Not much, but it's definitely a little better quality paper. And this had 100 sheets in it. So I threw that into my shopping cart. And then I was a little disappointed in this. This is the Trait Tex yarn. I have been looking for sort of a cheaper duplicate version of the 70s yarn hair ties, because I know you've seen people tie those onto the tassels or rings of their journals. And buying online is always tricky. So when I got these, I was like, oh, these are like 1/3 of the width that I thought they were. They're pretty thin. They're like pencil thin. Of course, I can still use them, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. But just in case you ever see these online, know, because they're on eBay and places like that too, know that they are not as thick as the hair ties, or even the Hallmark gift tie yarn that you can find for sale by vintage resellers. So just know that they are pretty thin. They're still very vivid and pretty, but if I had seen these in the store, I probably would not have bought them. And then lastly, from this company, I watch Jenny Mae June on YouTube, and she does a lot of mixed media art pages for her journals. And she had test driven out these paint sticks called Quick Sticks, and they are dry or solid tempera. And so I bought the jewel colors, and then I bought the neon colors, and they're supposedly very fun and very smooth to work with, very fun. And then you can also incorporate water and do a lot of blending. Not that they also blend well on top of each other, kind of like oil pastels without the mess. But I thought about trying some of her techniques, and if I do that and like the way it looks, I will definitely do a video, because I'm always looking for new ways to make colored, interesting pages that are also pages that you can write on. And then the last thing I want to show you is from Walmart.com, because I didn't have this one local to me. My husband convinced me to do it. This is going to be where I haven't decided if this is going to be my new homeschool mom's notebook or my new junk journal central notebook, where I keep all of my junk journal plans and measurements and all of that stuff. But if you grew up and went to school in the 80s, you will recognize this immediately. A Mead Trapper Keeper. They redid them. They've redone them several times, but this year they redid a lot of the original 80s artwork. So the one that I had as a kid was green and it had puppies on it, and I decided I wanted to get something different. So this is the one with a hot air balloon, And all of them have different color plastic right here and inside, and I knew I wanted one with white. So let's look inside. It has the little sleeve that they were all known for to put stuff inside. And then on this side, let me see if I can back it up a little bit. That's as high as I can go. It comes with these portfolios. Now all of them come with 2, but I found a couple of them on Walmart.com actually came with 6 for not much more money. So I got this one partly for that reason. But I remember our teachers would not let us have these out on our desk during a math test because obviously we could cheat with some of the helps inside the portfolios. But we have this rad 80s car, sort of a retro wave look. And then we have a solid gray. And we have splatter paint. This looks like 90s to me. And then this geometric print, and then a solid yellow. And of course you have the clipboard at the end for holding notebook pages or a legal pad. And then you can just close it up, and it allows you to have a pretty good thickness of paper with expansion. So yeah, definitely check these out. They have a heart that's neat, like a neon light is one of the designs. They have the kittens and the puppies. They have, I think, that same retro wave car, or very similar to that. And then they have one that is, I think it's like a tropical palm tree scene with a lot of pinks and purples, and that one was really cool too. But yes, just a little 80s throwback for you today to wrap up our haul. Thanks for joining me today for my Thrift Hobby Lobby Rainbow Resource Walmart haul. And if you will head over to Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming, I will link her channel in my description box. She hosts Thrifty Thursday every week. If you'd like to join in, it's a collaboration that does not require any participation other than just posting a Thrifty Thursday video every now and then or every week and tagging her and using the hashtag Thrifty Thursday, and then we can check out what all of us have gotten for deals for our junk journaling or even for a home. So definitely do check her channel out, and I appreciate you for watching today. One thing that I wanted to mention was I did choose a winner for my giveaway. I don't have her name here right in front of me. I want to say her name was Marguerite, and it was a double hyphenated last name. So if you are watching my channel and you have a double hyphenated last name, you know what, I'm going to pull it up right now because I really want to make sure this person knows that she won so I can mail her prize to her. 1 second. Let me get the full name so I can make sure she knows that she wins. Let's get to the end here. Okay. Here is the name of the winner. Marise Valancourt Prescott. If that is you and you're watching, if you will just please email me at Gatory7, Gatory7 @gmail.com. I would love to get your address and mail you a little surprise package out. So Marcy Valancourt Prescott, you are the winner of my giveaway for my subscriber giveaway that happened a couple weeks ago. So definitely reach out to me and I would love to get your prize out. And to all of you, thanks for watching today and every day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.